The Battle of Renfrew in 1164 was a significant engagement near Renfrew, Scotland. The army of King Malcolm IV of Scotland, led by Walter FitzAlan, was attacked by forces led by Somerled mac Gillibride, the Norse Gaelic king of Man and the Isles, Lord of Argyll, Kintyre and Lorne. Somerled was killed and his forces were defeated. Background: after defeating and deposing the Norse Gofraid mac Amlí, king of Man and the Isles during the Battle of the Isle of Man, Somerled was approached by powerful Scottish nobles to help in overthrowing Malcolm IV and replace him on the throne with the boy William Fitz. William, the boy of Egremont, son of William Fitz-Duncan, grandson of King Duncan II of Scotland. A series of attacks and raids were undertaken by Somerled along the coast of Scotland. Malcolm IV then demanded the fealty of Somerled and the resignation of his lands into the hands of the sovereign. When no response was given, Malcolm IV prepared to enforce his authority by assembling a powerful army at Renfrew Castle. A Renfrew battle at Renfrew. Somerled became aware of the Scottish forces gathering at Renfrew and decided to make a preemptive strike, assembling an army of 15,000 from all parts of his kingdom. He then had his army carried to the shores of Firth of Clyde in an armada of 160 Berlins. After landing and marching towards Renfrew, the two sides met near Paisley and the battle began. The Scottish Royal Army, led by Walter FitzAlan, the High Steward of Scotland, consisted of Scoto-Norman knights and armoured men-at-arms, and Somerled's Gaelic and Norse warriors were unable to break through their line. The fighting is said to have been very bloody on either side. Somerled was wounded in the leg by a javelin and then killed by the sword of his opponents. Somerled's eldest son Gilcolm, from his first marriage, died by his side. With Somerled's death, the Gaelic and Viking army took flight and many were slain, before the survivors escaped back to the ships. Memorial. An octagonal plinth monument was erected by Walter FitzAlan commemorating the site of the battle. The plinth was removed in 1779 when the significance of the monument was clouded. On his seal of 1170, Walter FitzAlan is depicted leaning against the pillar.